In the eyes of others, it's just a carton of milk. But to him, it's the key to breaking out. Peel off the outer layer of the milk carton and you'll find a thin layer of wax paper. Mike carefully removes it and washes it clean. When he goes out, he discreetly sticks this wax paper on the keypad lock of the cell door. This way, when the guard enters the code, their fingerprints will be imprinted on the 4 keys. He just needs to peel off the paper, look at those 4 keys, and he can deduce the 24 possible combinations. Then it's just a matter of trying each code one by one. But how can he reach the keypad? Mike crumples up some toilet paper into small balls and keeps squeezing toothpaste into them, making soft, sticky spheres. He then wraps them in paper, kneads and compresses them, turning them into a big, sticky ball. One day, when the guard is unlocking his handcuffs, he quietly stuffs the ball into the keyhole of the small cell window. This way, even if the guard locks the window, he can easily push it open. Next, he just needs to reach his hand out through the window and try the codes one by one. At most, it'll take 24 attempts to succeed. But to avoid the cameras, he needs to know the guard's movements in advance. Mike has always relied on listening to the sound of doors opening and closing to judge. Every afternoon, after the guard brings him back to his cell, they leave to chat. During this time, the surveillance room is empty for a full 7 minutes. This is his breakthrough point. What to do after escaping the cell? Don't underestimate Mike. He knows full well that a successful prison break requires 3 key elements: familiarity with the prison's routines, knowledge of the internal layout, and outside assistance. He has already mastered the first 2. As soon as he entered the prison, he carefully observed the entire facility and discovered that the only weak point is the fire station next door. The problem is, only the solitary confinement cell is close to that side. So he deliberately provokes and seriously injures the prison bully, successfully getting himself locked in solitary. Once he cracks the code and opens the door to the dark cell, he crawls through the ventilation duct leading to the fire station. While the guards are distracted, he quietly exits through the vent, arrives at the fire station, and quickly changes into the spare firefighter uniform there. This is where the third element comes into play: outside help. He had already arranged with his partner to detonate a car at this specific time. When there's a fire alarm, the fire truck immediately sets out. Mike hides under the truck and rides with it to the scene. Amidst the chaos, he crawls out from under the vehicle, gets into the getaway car, and successfully escapes. However, Mike is not a criminal. He's a prison escape expert hired by the Federal Bureau of Prisons. His job is to test the security defenses of top prisons across the country. He uses a fake identity to infiltrate prisons and relies on his own abilities to break out. In 7 years, he has challenged 15 high-security prisons, and not one has been able to hold him. Until one day, the CIA approaches him. They mention a mysterious prison that holds villains unwelcome in any country. The CIA wants to test its security, but they can't even confirm where this prison is located. The mission is extremely dangerous, but Mike still readily agrees. To be safe before setting out, his assistant implants a miniature GPS into his arm. But as soon as he steps outside, Mike is captured. The attackers are unusually vicious. They first stun him with a taser, then seem to have anticipated it and directly use tools to dig out the GPS from his arm. Finally, they inject him with a sedative, knocking him unconscious. When Mike opens his eyes again, he finds himself in an unfamiliar prison, and when he sees the sight, he's completely shocked. The cells of the entire prison are actually made of transparent glass. Every move of the prisoners, including going to the bathroom,